Sound smart, sound smart, sound smart. What's up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to get into a conversation. It's not about an unboxing or a special certain release pair or anything like that, but just really trying to pass on some lessons I learned being in the sneaker space since, kind of its inception. I've been around. I'm an OG in the space, loving sneakers since 1985, Jordan 1s, seeing them when I was a little kid in elementary school. And yeah, just loving sneakers over the years, man. There's a lot, because I feel like there's a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of, and we know there's a lot of new sneakerheads that, kind of got into this game, this space, this hobby, when the world kind of was at a standstill back in 2020. And there's a lot of younger sneakerheads. So just want to talk about a few things that I've learned. I just want to share and pass on. The first thing is about perception, right? And coming into the sneaker culture, if it's a culture, some people say, I don't even like to call it a culture, but whatever, in the sneaker space, sneaker arena, there's really, a lot of people feel like buying sneakers makes you cool, right? And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's really, you should just be a cool person regardless of sneakers, right? Don't let the sneakers make you, break you. You can be cool without them. I mean, I know for sure, like whatever, when you feel good, you put on something nice, you look good, you feel good. It does elevate, step your mind state up and that kind of thing. But there's no amount of sneakers that just makes you ultimately cool, right? And I'm not saying that to knock anybody that buys stuff to be cool. We all do, right? Everybody wants to fit in. Everybody wants to be flashy, break some necks here and there. But people, I don't want people to feel they got to chase everything hot and hype beastie to be the new, to have the new and to be cool, to fit in with everybody. Because for real, like I've learned over the years, a lot of people will go crazy trying to spend all the money in the world, going broke for the opinion of others that they don't know or don't really even care about them like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not worth it. So that's all I'm saying. Buy what you like, wear what you like, but you can't just buy your way into coolness all the time. Because if it is, then it's just surface. Because as soon as the sneakers are gone or the money's gone or whatever, then what do you have, right? So ultimately just be a cool person. I ain't trying to be preachy. I'm talking to myself too. Like sometimes you get caught up in the mix. Like, yeah, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, or I'm not cool, or I'm not, I feel like a failure or whatever. Like, I don't know. Just figured I thought I'd share that point. The next thing I'll talk about is chasing pairs. There's always another drop, right? There's another something coming tomorrow. When you don't hit on that one thing you really wanted really bad today, sometimes, we get down, we're mad, we're aggravated, whatever, annoyed. We want to lash out and argue about bots and resellers and this and that. Understandably, because there's a lot of that, but it's not always the case. Backdooring, right? Some people get mad and angry and want to, just be so mad at that. The game is the game at the end of the day, and there's always the next drop. And believe it when I say it, there's always another drop. These brands are jacking every dollar out of us they can, right? Like they're gonna drop us to death. We used to get nice drops a couple times a month. Now we get a couple times a day, 5, 6 drops a week. There's nothing really to cry over because there's always something else coming. Next topic I want to talk about is building your collection. Again, like I said, I think there's a lot of newer sneakerheads in this space or younger, whatever. And I will say if you're building a collection, like just kind of getting started, start with the tried and true classics, right? To build like a foundation for your collection. Going after trends and hype, all the time is not really the key to building a collection. First, it's expensive because you miss it on initial drops. You paying a ton of resale. But there's silhouettes, there's Air Max 1s, there's Jordan 1s. These things, some people say that, the Jordan 1 is dead. It's been hype, it's been consistent for 40 plus years. It's not going anywhere. There's always cycles, right, with trends, and some things are not as popular as they were a couple of years ago, but it'll be back. It always comes back. But chasing everything doesn't have to be the hype collab, doesn't have to be the designer something, mixed in with the shoe. Start, building your foundation with classics. That's all I'll say. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to get every high flying, super dope, super excited pair. Super hype. All right. Another topic I want to talk about is budget. So budgeting is key in the sneaker game, because if you don't budget, you will find yourself thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars racking up on credit cards, whatever, chasing the next pair. Because like I said earlier, there's always another pair, another release. You missed on this today, there's going to be one tomorrow. Or you hit on this today, there's one tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. And some of these weeks, and I've definitely, spent $600, $700, $800 in 1 week on 2, 3, 4 pair of shoes. But I don't do that every week because I have a budget, right? You want to be smart with your money. Again, a lot of times it's just kind of being selective with pairs. There's so many things dropping. Everything doesn't have to be a must cop. Everything is not a must cop. Some things are cool. Some things are all right, but everything isn't, I gotta have it, and I see some people, they just buy up everything that drops all the time. And, the biggest thing for me is, am I going to wear it in the next 6 months to a year? And if I'm not wearing it in a year from now, a year and a half, to me that says I'm never going to wear these. So why are they here taking up space? I can sell those, make money, move on, do something else with my money, my time, whatever. All right, my space. So that's another thing. And then the last thing I'll say is when you're buying shoes, buying your right size. A lot of times you get in the sneakers app or whatever drop and your size is sold out. And I know sneakers even tell you, like, whoop, size sold out. Go back in and try something different, try another size. And then what happens is if you can't get like a half down or a half up that maybe you could fit into, sometimes people will pivot and get, I'm wearing size 11. I know guys that will wear like a 10 or 11 and then I couldn't get it, so I got a size 7. Or I got like a 9 and say I'll do a size swap. Well, then now you just bought yourself a little part-time job because you got to find somebody that's willing to size swap the shoe. Maybe you can just sell it, secondary market, whatever. But, when I want a shoe, I don't want to have to do extra work to get the size I need or sell the shoe, then rebuy the shoe. It's just too many steps. Sometimes it's okay to just say, you know what, I pass, and just keep it moving. This list really can go on and on and on. There's a lot of things I've learned over the years in the sneaker space. And I just want to share some things. I know we get so caught up in the hype of everything dropping all the time, but it's a lot. And I always say this sneakers, being a sneaker collector is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So you don't have to go out and grab every drop from every brand, just because they're marketing it. That's their job. Their job is to sell these pairs. So they're going to market you everywhere. You get social media. You get all kinds of notices now, people in Discords and everything else. You get information about everything that's dropping every second. And if you chase all of that in like 6 months, you'll be burnt out, or you'll be maxed out, and your space in your closet is going to be filled to the brim. And you'll be looking like, I don't even wear, a third of these shoes. So now what do I do? So I'm going to do some more things like this. Just sometimes want to break up the content with some helpful tips that can help. It would help me to hear, years ago getting into the sneaker game, definitely spent, a decent amount of money on some pairs. But, where I am now in my collecting, I'm happy, right? People come to me, hey, you getting these? You want that? You getting that? Nah, I'm not. I'm passing on that. That's something y'all want? That's cool. Go for it. But I'm going to stay over here. I know my lane. I try to stay focused on my mission, when it comes to drops for the week or for the month. There's so much that they'll throw at you. They can throw you off track. But my goal is to just, I'm good. I'm going to just stay focused on these. Because a lot of things are tempting. Deals here and there. You get coupon codes from eBay. You get StockX with no fees or whatever. And that stuff is there to just derail you and get more cash. And that's it. So, all right, I just wanted to drop some information, just share a little knowledge and see how this works. Let me know if this is helpful. If anything I said here, you can use for yourself or pass on. And I will see y'all on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.